Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, depending on the time of the world that you are viewing this live stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, normally this time of morning, I'm out either delivering Instacart or just in the public parking lot waiting for orders to come through. But, y'all, it's so cold outside this morning. I just decided to get on the block for Grubhub. And if anybody does this, Grubhub as a gig, a side gig or a side hustle, you know that when you schedule a block, it's like if you go to work and you clock in, they just set aside blocks of times for you to be online. And if you don't get orders within that block, they still pay you um, an hourly rate for just being online. So I was like, you know what? It's too cold outside. I'm just gonna get on this block and I'm gonna stay at home until an order comes through and then I go outside, y'all, because no, it's just too cold this morning and I really just didn't wanna be sitting out in the parking lot. So I just jumped on the block with Grubhub and decided to stay home until I get an order and then I'll go out. But anyway, y'all, listen, I just wanted to share this with y'all. I just had a conversation. Good morning, hottest tea. Good morning. How are you? So yeah, I just had a conversation with one of my clients turned friend. This lady, she is a phenomenal lady, y'all. She is the sweetest. She is the sweetest, y'all. I love her. So sometimes she calls me on her way to work, and we may chat a little while before she clocks in to work. So let me give you a little bit of backstory. Like she was married for like I think 3, 4 years, and she has been divorced now for like I think she said 4 years. And she said that she took the time to do the therapy or whatever. She took the time to heal, and she's been dating for a year now. And we were talking about it this morning when she called me, and she was like, "Girl, that's good. How to see. Glad to hear that you're doing well this morning." She was like, "Girl, that dating pool is full of piss." And I was like, "Girl, what?" She was like, "No, no water in the dating pool. Now the dating pool is full of piss." I was like, "Girl, what?" So she was telling me like over the past year of, about the dates that she had went on, and nobody she could really take serious because the guys were, she said most of the guys were just not on her level as far as maturity wise, and like what she wanted for them to have, like they hadn't reached a certain level, they hadn't reached certain accolades in their life. Hello, Judy. Good morning. Thank you for joining my live. So she was like, "Girl, this thing is hard." Because she's like, she's in her 40s. She's in her early 40s. Like, and she was like, "Girl, this thing is hard. I don't know if I want to even pursue dating. I just might want to sit back for a while." So I was like, "Well, girl, when let me tell you a little bit about my story." So before I got married, I was dating this guy. He was older than me. At this time, I was like in my early 40s, so he had to be like 50 something. So he had kids. He had like four girls, and the lady that he had the kids by, she was like quite a little bit younger than him. She was like in her 30s. So I had to deal with the baby mama drama, and I told myself, you know what, it's not worth it, baby. I choose my peace. So when me and him broke up and we went our separate ways, I was like, I'm just focusing on myself. I'm working on me. Good morning, guys. If you're coming in, if you don't mind, could you hit that thumbs up button for me? So I'm like, I'm working on me. I'm over the dating thing. So at this time, I was like, I was in my early 40s. So I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Good morning, Cameron. I'm not dating. I'm focused on me. So dating was the furthest thing from my mind, y'all. So let me tell you, if my cousin wouldn't have introduced me to the man that I married. I don't know if I would be married now, but dating was the first thing from my mind. I wasn't looking. I was like, I was doing me. Good morning, Jace Foster. Thank you for joining the live. I was doing me. I wasn't trying to be in no relationship. I was not trying to be bothered because that last relationship, I was like, I'm just going to work on me for a while. I'm just going to focus on me for a while and leave the dating scene alone. So, like I said, if it wasn't for my cousin, I don't know, because I wasn't looking for love or a relationship or whatever. So thank you, Jace Foster. I'll definitely return the favor. So yeah, we got deeper into our conversation, and I was telling her, I was like, well, maybe you should just stop dating for a while, stop looking for the man, and let the man find you. Because I definitely get what she where she was coming from, because I had been through it myself before I got married. That last relationship, I had dated like a couple of guys before I met him. Neither one of the relationships worked out, so I was like, you know what, I'm done. If God intended for me to have a man or a husband, He'll send them to me. So I was like, I'm done. So I definitely could relate to what she was saying. The only thing I could not relate to is going through that divorce and having to heal from the divorce, because I had never been married before then. So she basically is starting all over, and she was like, girl, it's rough out here. The men, I don't know where the good men are. She was like, it seems like from the guys that she had met, she was like, it seems like these guys want a woman that is successful so that she could take care of him. So I was like, girl, I don't know. Like I said, maybe you should just wait on God to send you the man and stop looking for him, because sometimes when you go out looking, whew, ain't no telling what you might find. So, she went on, she was kind of sad and bummed out because the last guy that she was dating, she said she had really started to like this guy, but then she figured out that he really, they weren't compatible, and she couldn't see herself having anything with him. She couldn't see herself building with him because his mindset was totally different from hers when it came to success and being successful. So she was really bummed. She was sad, and I was like, "Girl, you'll find love again. Love will find you." But I told her, just take a break for a minute, step back. I know you took the time. You took like 3 years to go to therapy and to heal or whatever, but just step back and stop looking, because she been on dating sites, she been on the free dating sites, she been on the paid ones, even Christian Mingle, and she still has been unsuccessful when it comes to finding true love and finding somebody that's compatible with her, finding somebody that has the same goals and visions as her. So yeah, she said that it's really hard, y'all. But like I said, I know, because like I've been married for 5 years, and even before I got married, when I was really out there trying to date, y'all excuse my language, but this is what she told me this morning. It was piss in the dating pool. It was piss. The dating pool was pissy then. So from what she's telling me, the dating pool is still pissy now. So I mean, I don't know, like, if my husband and I, God forbid, were to get divorced, I don't know if I would even try to be out here on the dating scene. I probably would just wait and pray and ask God to send me somebody instead of just getting out here trying to date. Unless I was just out here really just doing it for fun. But yeah, my sis, my good friend, she is having a hard time. And after what she went through in her marriage, she deserves true love. She deserves happiness. I feel so bad for her because she is such a good person with a genuine heart. And um she deserves nothing less than the best, especially after what she went through with her first marriage, because she was so good to this man and he did not appreciate her. Y'all, I'm not trying to tell all her business, but there was infidelity, drinking, just totally and completely disrespectful man. When it came to his wife and his marriage and his family, they had like two kids. They got two kids together. So it was like, I told her he did the things that he was doing because she allowed him to. Now, I understand we are supposed to forgive and we are supposed to make our marriage last, but I feel like she should have drawn the line way before she did. Their marriage should have never made it to 3, 4 years. If you ask me, I think she should have divorced him like the first year, because the infidelity happened in the first year. And I'm sorry, it'll never happen again. I'll never do it again. Months later, maybe a year later, it happened again. So when that second time came around, I think I probably would have been out of there because look, I value when I said I do to my husband, I value those vows. I take those vows very seriously, and I hope that he is doing the same because he know, we done had lots of conversations. Like, if you messing up, baby, look, I'm not gonna keep giving you chances. I love you, but I feel like if you love me, you respect me, and you value me, you won't be out here doing all this foolishness. And if you feel like you was not ready to get married, why even ask? And this guy, like, I knew that the marriage was doomed from the start because it was ugly even when they were dating and in a relationship. So it was doomed from the beginning. But my good friend and my sis, she was just so blinded by love, and the guy, he is just so handsome, and he is a charmer, y'all. I'm telling you, he probably could charm the draws off of anybody. He was such a charmer, and she fell head over heels in love with him, and like, from the outside looking in, we can always see it, but they can't see it because they're blinded by. I think she was more blinded by his appearance and the way he dressed and the way that he looked, that she couldn't really see past that. But, like, before she got married, we definitely had a conversation, and I was like, girl, are you sure this is what you want to do? And she was like, why? Is it something that you want to tell me? Now, I hadn't heard of any infidelity at the time, but after they got, married, she came to me, and it had been infidelity that she had found out about, but I didn't know. But, I could just, it was just certain things about him that just didn't sit well with me. So, I tried to give her, I was like, without her thinking that I was being negative, because how some people be, like, especially women when they get married or when they're dating, when they're into a guy, and if you try to tell them something about that guy, they be like, girl, you just jealous, honey. You just mad because you're not married, and you this and you that because you went through this. But no, I'm not jealous. I'm not mad. I just don't want to see my friend hurt. So, like I said, I hadn't heard of any infidelity, but it was just something about him that just like made me cringe. It was like I don't know. It's like he went overboard to make her feel like, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, like maybe a year into the marriage, that's when she, found out that he had been being unfaithful. Yes, Bobby, I agree. We sometimes definitely ignore the red flags. We be so blinded by other stuff that we ignore the red flags. Because I'm going to tell you about me now. This is a situation that I have been in. It was more so of lust than love. Like, we had good, we had a great sexual chemistry. I was so blinded by that I couldn't see anything else. Let me tell you, the red flags were there all in my face. I ignored them because guess what? I knew I was going to get a good feeling from him. So I couldn't see anything else other than, what was going to make me feel good. But it was definitely there. When I finally snapped out of it, I was like, I seen it the whole time, but I was just blinded by other stuff. But yeah, so I definitely seen some things in him, but I didn't have proof that he was being unfaithful, so I couldn't really say anything. But like I said, they got married, and like maybe a year into the marriage, she found out that he was being unfaithful, and there was possibly an outside child. Now, we have conversations now, and I asked her this morning when she called me. I was like, well, she was telling me about dating. So I went back to her husband. I was like, well, girl, did you ever find out if the baby was his or not? She was like, no, I'm not concerned. I was like, well, okay. So we went on to keep talking about, her situation now. Right, Bobby. We definitely have been blinded some way or another by love, lust, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, I really feel bad for her because she definitely deserves love and to be loved. And I really feel like the older you get, the harder it gets to find someone that's truly genuine because like when you are in your 40s, most of us are already established, whether you've been married or not. You got single people that already, in their 40s and 30s that already have their homes, they have their careers, and then you meet this person that is looking for everything that you have to offer. They're not always looking for love. Sometimes they looking for help. So, even though she's been divorced, she when they divorced, she had the house before they got married, so she got to keep her house or whatever. So she's established. She has a good career. She has a nice home, a nice car. She has now she has it going on now. She is a good catch for somebody that's deserving of her. So I tried to give her the best advice that I could. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's nothing that you are doing wrong. You know that you're a good catch. You're a wonderful woman. You're beautiful. You're successful. It's just the men. Like, maybe you should just stay off of the dating sites. Like, pray and ask God to send you a man and stop looking for a man. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So stop looking for the man and let the man find you. So that's the advice that I gave her this morning. She called me bummed out because she had a date last weekend and she was telling me about the guy. So I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. Yeah. So I hope and pray that she finds the love that she is looking for, or the love that she is looking for finds her, because she definitely should not be out here looking. I feel like she should let the man find her, because her looking for the man has not been working for her. So yeah, but she was really like down a little bit this morning, because like I said, she's been dating for a year. After she got done, she felt like she was healed enough to move on from her divorce. She took therapy and she decided like a year ago, okay, I think I want to put my foot back in that little dating pool a little bit. But my good friend, said the dating pool is pissy and it is full of piss, and she wants to take her foot out of that dating pool, y'all. So yeah, the only thing that I could do is just be there for her and listen to her, when she wants to talk, and you know, let her know that she is worthy of love. She is a beautiful person with a beautiful spirit. She is such a generous lady. She'll give you the shirt and the clothes off of her back if you are in need. So she is definitely deserving of somebody that really loves her, somebody that truly loves her, and somebody that's genuine and not wants to take everything that she has to offer, because it's some cunning people out there, honey. It's some scammers, and they are slick, and they will come right in and, honey, swoop her off of her feet and be living off of her accolades and the stuff that she has accomplished by herself. So yeah. So y'all, I just wanted to pop on here this morning before I got out to do my gig work. Like I said, I'm on a block right now with Grubhub, so I'll be staying in the house until the order comes through. I'm not going outside because it's cold out there, honey. So yeah, and I thank you all who joined my live, and if anybody subscribed, I will definitely be coming back for you. Jace, I'm coming back for you. Bobby, thank you for joining the live. Cameron, have a great day. Thank you for joining the live, y'all. I'm about to get ready to hop off. And if any single people are on my live, man or woman, I just want to say you are deserving of love, and don't accept anything less than what you feel like you deserve. There is somebody out there for you. So just be patient. Don't rush. Just take your time. Because like my friend said, honey, the dating pool is full of piss, and it is pissy. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you have a blessed one. And until the next live video, be blessed, you guys. Bye now.